So this is turbo boost actuator for the OM642 engine. 3 bolts on the back to get off the turbo, and then there's a little pin on the top here that is an absolute pain in the backside to get off. However, it comes off and you can recondition these. Comes like this, and it has a clip there, 2 either side, 1 at the top and 1 at the bottom. And then you pull it and it comes off. Now, the common fault with the turbo boost actuators on the OM642 Mercedes 3 litre diesel V6 engine is the turbo boost actuator tends to go. And when it goes, it's either them 2 connections there, that connection there, and they're the main culprits that stop the boost actuator arm lifting and opening the wastegate on the turbo. Now, I've not heard of any of these failing at the top. However, if your boost actuator goes and it shows up the underboost or overboost problem, the OBD code, then it's worth checking these 2 first, that one, and then potentially checking these. Now, there is another common fault. The gearing mechanism that's here, this can fail as well. These are the 2 most common faults. Now on this one, this is a Chrysler 300C 2006 with the OM642 3 litre diesel engine in. And it's come off that 300C engine. Now I thought with having the 3 litre V6 diesel OM642 engine in my Jeep Commander, same engine, same turbo, same boost actuator, could swap it straight away. That's not the case. Apparently this 300C requests lower boost pressure than what the Jeep Commander does. Therefore it wouldn't work properly. It would drive, but as soon as you put your foot down, it would then kangaroo and it'd show the underboost OBD code, and it would throw up the lightning bolt, and then every now and again it would throw up a hard fault, a permanent fault, and the engine management light will come on. And generally you can turn the engine off, turn it back on again, and it tends to go, or even plug your OBD reads in, clear the codes, and it'll drive again. But the minute that you either go over 80 miles per hour or you accelerate really harshly with your foot flat to the floor, then it tends to kangaroo and it'll throw up the code. Now, the other common problem is this mechanism here. And what you can see is, if I get the camera to focus, is that this runs freely. So if this is situated on the turbo, a good way to check to see whether it's gone is you can lift the arm. If you can lift and lower the arm when that's connected to the turbo and it's in the engine, then the turbo boost actuator is gone. Or there's a problem with the connector arm that goes into the turbo and the wastegate. There's a problem with the wastegate. But this is the easiest way to check. If you can lift it like that when it's in situ, then generally the boost actuator is gone. When it's attached to the engine and attached to the turbo, you should try and lift it and you'll maybe get about that much movement from it. You certainly won't get this. So when you come to diagnose it, if them solder points there are all giving you signal and there's no breaks in them, then the other common fault is this. So that should not turn like that. And if you actually look, you can see that there's been a bit of a catastrophic failure, and the whole set of rungs on the one side have sheared off completely. So when it's in that position, there's no movement because the teeth are fitting into the rungs. Then as soon as you move it to that side, because they've sheared off, you've got free movement of the wastegate arm. Now you can see it lifting up and down. So I would say if it's failed and it's just kangarooing, and whilst it's attached to the turbo, you can't move this arm up and down again, then generally it's these solder points here that's the issue. Now you can either try and do it yourself, but it's not normal solder. I can't remember, it's high temperature something. It's basically, it's a different type of solder. You can't do it with a normal soldering iron and normal solder. It needs to be a special kind. I don't really know what that is, but that's what I've been told. I did try and fix one previously with normal solder, and all it did is just burnt the whole board because it just will not take whatsoever. It won't take to them plates there. So you do need a special kind of solder and a special kind of soldering iron to attach these. Someone who's good in electrics will probably know. Anyway, if you're just getting the code and this arm while it's in situ on the turbo isn't lifting up and down like that, then it's them points. If this is in situ and you can move this arm like that, then it means that these little teeth have sheared off like it has on mine, and they are then not going to go into that and grip like so. And then when you do get a new turbo boost actuator, make sure it's the right one, because a Chrysler 300C doesn't require as much boost pressure as a Jeep Commander, which is permanent four-wheel drive, but the same engine, same horsepower, everything. They just won't transfer across, so make sure you buy the right one for your right car, because I didn't. But it's all fixed now. Cheers guys.